Deep in the Appalachian Mountains, stories travel slower than the rivers, but they last longer. Some of these tales were whispered around wood stoves. Some were warnings told to children before dark. And some were things folks swore they saw with their own eyes. These are 12 Appalachian legends that still haunt the mountains. 1. The Mothman of Point Pleasant. In 1966, people in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, began reporting something strange. A tall creature with glowing red eyes and wings wider than a car. Witnesses said it could rise straight into the air and follow vehicles along dark country roads. The sighting stopped after the collapse of the Silver Bridge. But even today, some folks say the Mothman appears before tragedy. 2. The Brown Mountain Lights. For more than a century, mysterious lights have floated over Brown Mountain in North Carolina. They drift slowly through the night sky, glowing like lanterns moving through the fog. Scientists have tried to explain them as gases or reflections, but locals have their own theories. Some say they're spirits searching the mountain, still looking for something lost long ago. 3. The Wampus Cat. Deep in mountain folklore lives a creature known as the Wampus Cat, part woman, part wild mountain cat. The legend says she prowls the woods at night, screaming like a woman in pain. Some versions claim the Wampus Cat punishes those who break sacred rules. Others say it simply guards the deep forest. Either way, no one wants to hear that scream after dark. 4. The Bell Witch. One of the strangest hauntings in American history began in Tennessee in the early 1800s. A spirit known as the Bell Witch tormented the Bell family. Witnesses claimed it spoke, laughed, and even attacked people. Neighbors said the voice could be heard moving through the walls. The legend became so famous that even President Andrew Jackson was said to have visited. And according to local stories, the Bell Witch never truly left. 5. The Boojum of the Smokies. In the Smoky Mountains, old-timers used to warn children about something called the Boojum. Nobody ever quite agreed what it looked like, but everyone agreed on one thing. If you heard something big moving through the brush and it didn't sound like a bear, you might have just crossed paths with the Boojum. 6. The Flatwoods Monster. In 1952, several boys in Flatwoods, West Virginia, claimed they saw a creature land in the woods. They described a tall figure with glowing eyes and a spade-shaped head. The creature floated above the ground, surrounded by a strange mist. Some believe it was an alien encounter. Others say fear turned shadows into something more. But the legend of the Flatwoods Monster still lingers. 7. The Greenbrier Ghost. In the late 1800s, a woman named Zona Heaster Shue died under mysterious circumstances. Her mother later claimed Zona's ghost appeared to her and revealed she had been murdered. The testimony was taken seriously enough to reopen the investigation. Eventually, Zona's husband was convicted. It remains the only known U.S. murder case where a ghost testimony helped solve the crime. 8. Spearfinger. In Cherokee legend, Spearfinger was a stone-skinned witch with a long, sharp finger. She used it to steal the livers of her victims. Spearfinger could disguise herself as an old woman and trick children into coming closer. But the story also carried a warning. Not everyone in the woods is what they seem. 9. The Devil's Tramping Ground. In North Carolina, there's a strange patch of land where nothing grows. Locals say it's the place where the devil walks in circles at night. Every attempt to plant grass or trees there has failed. Animals refuse to sleep on the ground, and the circle remains bare to this day. 10. The Ghost of the Appalachian Trail. Hikers along the Appalachian Trail have reported strange encounters for decades. Footsteps behind them when no one is there, voices carried on the wind, and sometimes a figure walking just ahead on the trail that disappears when they round the bend. Most chalk it up to imagination, but not all of them. 11. The Phantom Drummer. During the Civil War, soldiers sometimes reported hearing drums echoing through the mountains. Long after the fighting stopped, people continued hearing distant drum beats in certain valleys. Some say it's only wind moving through the hills. Others say the mountains remember more than we do. 12. The Raven Mocker. Cherokee folklore speaks of a spirit known as the Raven Mocker. It was said to steal the remaining life from people close to death. The Raven Mocker would appear as a dark shadow, moving through the night like a bird. Medicine men were believed to fight these spirits to protect the sick. Even today, the story remains one of the most feared legends in Appalachian folklore. The Appalachian Mountains are some of the oldest mountains on Earth, older than the Rockies, older than the Alps, and in places that old, stories tend to stick around. Whether they're warnings, memories, or something stranger, the mountains still hold plenty of secrets, and if you listen long enough, you might hear one yourself.